Hello, this is Jerome Wetzel, the creator of It's All Been Done Radio Hour. What we did last year, before the premiere of Daniel Kravitz' Chosen One Volume 4, was presented previously on. It was our characters telling the story of the first 3 seasons, the surviving characters anyway. And we just thought because it had been a year since we'd done Daniel Kravitz, it was a great way to catch up, whether you're a new listener or an old one that hadn't heard an episode in a while. So today we present that previously on, and then on Sunday catch the Volume 4 premiere, our 90-minute musical. Enjoy.
Hi folks, I'm Abby Reynolds. I want to tell you about the love of my life, Daniel Kravitz. Daniel was an unhappy antique store owner. I was his best friend and sole employee. Both of us lost our parents, and we bonded over it. And while I pined romantically for Daniel, he was completely oblivious.
Then, one day, I showed up. Rufus Reginald Rochester. I represented the ULP, the Ultimate Leadership Protectorate. We find the current Chosen One, the person supernaturally equipped to battle the ultimate evil and keep the world safe from the forces of darkness. Daniel was the next Chosen One, but he was resistant.
He hated the idea, did everything he could to fight it, but eventually he came around. He always does.
I trained him for months. I also discouraged him from keeping Abby about. I worried for her safety, and for Daniel's, distracted as he might be from the feelings blossoming between them. I'd already lost 3 Chosen Ones, and I wasn't anxious to lose a 4th.
I obviously didn't take kindly to Rufus butting in. But before I could confess my love to Daniel, Rufus's niece Regina showed up and swept Daniel off his feet.
A rather unfortunate happenstance.
She was evil. Her minions almost killed me.
Quite right, but...
Excuse me! You are forgetting I, Grezit the Green. I am a guru with 5 arms and 5 claws and 6 ears, and I am most fierce. I battled Daniel Kravitz in epic combat.
Which ended with Daniel cutting off Grezit's head.
Yes, but beheading does not kill gurus, so I was not defeated. Unfortunately, Daniel burned my body and then kept my head on a shelf in the antique shop where I became bestest friends with Abby Reynolds.
Grezit's body slowly grew back.
But over time, I earned Daniel's trust and respect, and we became very good buddies.
Hi, I'm Josh Wallace. I know I look different now, but this is my true self, the one that I never had the courage to show any of them. I fell in love with Abby. As a sorcerer in training, I cast a spell on the group, making Abby think she was the Chosen One, and I was her best friend. That didn't work out, and she got really mad at me. So I hid. But I kept an eye on things, and when Regina attacked Abby, I saved her life.
Then we fought evil Regina, and I slayed her minions.
But Regina got away.
And, heartbroken, I left, spiraling in a self-destructive pattern that was good for no one.
I stuck around and became friends with Daniel. Abby didn't like that very much.
No, I did not. Saving my life did not make up for what you did to me.
I'm sorry.
And then I arrived, Alexis Augustus Armentrout. I was sent to be Rufus's replacement. I may have come on a little strong.
A little?
You were a cowardly coward, Alex.
Daniel didn't want to go find Rufus, so I set off to search for him myself, figuring that was the one way I could help out the team, feeling useless as the only one who didn't have any magic or combat skills. But I didn't tell them I was leaving.
Daniel insisted on spending every waking moment looking for Abby. I was not pleased and ordered him to stop. He ignored me, of course.
I eventually found Rufus.
I uncovered extreme corruption within the ULP. They tried to murder me. I returned to the antique shop to get Daniel's help in bringing down the organization.
I couldn't believe it at first, but upon seeing proof, I stood beside Rufus.
As did Grezit the Green.
The ULP sent monsters to attack the antique shop. Most of us got out.
But I died.
I missed the attack. I'd gone to the subworlds where the monsters live. My wife is one. My daughter is too. Well, half monster, half human. No wonder why they didn't trust me when I came back.
I finally kissed Daniel, and he said he loved me too.
And then we all went to fight the ULP. My niece Regina joined us. wanting them brought down as well.
Yeah, but she tried to bring down the building on everyone and kill you all. Thankfully, I stabbed her.
The ULP leaders revealed they resurrected me and tried to get Daniel to work for them. He refused. They escaped.
Only to then have their necks snapped by Regina.
Thankfully, the rest of us made it out alive because Daniel's powers were growing. He could do things we'd only heard rumors the Chosen Ones could do. Teleportation, stun waves to knock over enemies, quick healing. He got us out alive.
Me too.
I helped!
And Regina got away again.
With the ULP leadership deceased, as well as most of our number, I saw the need to rebuild the organization, but was worried about further corruption should we go back to our old ways. So, I chose the purest among us to lead the company forward, Abby Reynolds.
I took over reluctantly and had a hard time asserting my authority. But eventually I did what needed to be done, working hard to increase our magic capabilities and prepare to fight the ultimate evil.
A bunch of trainees were recruited, and I showed them how to be most fierce.
I am Stephanie Garcia, one of the training class. I idolized Daniel and what he could do.
And I am Alfredo, a sorcerer Abby brought in for magics.
Yeah, see, while I was alive again, I couldn't do magic anymore, and I didn't know why.
We suspected Josh might actually be one of the ULP leaders in disguise.
I wasn't!
No, he was the ULP mentor before Rufus, Mortimer Miles McClendon, in disguise.
But I mean, Mortimer, didn't know that. The spell had been incomplete. He thought he might actually be Josh. By the time he figured out who he really was, it was too late.
And then Mortimer disappeared on us.
The revelation confirmed that I, the actual Josh Wallace, really had died, and I wasn't coming back.
Alfredo and I tried to recreate the Chosen One powers with magic spells.
And it worked!
Just in time for a monster army to attack the ranch. I had tried to prevent it, but was unsuccessful. A being named Monbo, whose children Daniel had killed, conscripted practically every able-bodied non-human in the subworlds to her cause. Her force was overwhelming.
We all fought very fiercely. I used Mr. Smashy, my mace, to vanquish many foes.
Most of the trainees died. I did not, though I still walk with a limp.
And I lost an eye.
But none of that compared to the ultimate sacrifice made that day.
It was my fault. I gave Daniel an amulet that amplified his powers, but it turns out he could charge them up too much.
Daniel used his amplified powers to destroy the army, killing most of the monsters in the process. The ones that did survive limped away, much depleted.
But it cost him his life. It's been 2 years. 2 years without Daniel. I try to carry on, but it's hard. I miss him every day. Now, I've dedicated my life to a new purpose, avenging Daniel. I will wipe out the ultimate evil and all the monsters still living if it's the last thing I do. I think it's what Daniel would have wanted. More importantly, it's what I want. It's what I have to do. Thank you for listening to my story about Daniel. In just a few minutes, we'll continue the tale without him.
It's All Been Done presents.
Who's got the time?